Take a left up here. This is one of those weird double-bar security measures that my father left. We can find the other switch.
Efficiency is a small price for men like your father. Feeding their delusion of control means more than the work ever does.
You're telling me? My father loved making things twice as complicated as they needed to be. I think he enjoyed watching people run in circles trying to please him. Yes? What did you need? I like to explore. My parents almost never let me off the island, so yeah, I poked around down here a lot. It was a little quieter back then. Guess a little vampire girl was enough to scare off the rats. It was, but I got used to it. Before my father became obsessed with the prophecy, Mother and I spent quite a bit of time together. She was very fond of her alchemical garden in the castle courtyard. She taught me quite a bit about cultivating quality regions. Like the best of friends, I would never hesitate to share anything with her. It was very sudden. It was almost like one day we were a normal family, and then the next, I didn't know who they were. I tried to visit my mother in the garden, and she'd quickly shoo me away, saying she was much too busy. She had to be up to something in that garden. I'm hoping it's a clue that will tell us where she went. Well, growing up the way I did, you get used to it. A little bit. That's one of the reasons I wanted to come with you. But what about you? Yeah. Is it just you, or do you have people in your life? Well, I guess now you have one more. Me too. Anyway, this is all very touching, but don't we have some more important things to worry about right now? Another day in Skyrim. I'm still trying to decide which is more unpredictable, the weather or the inhabitants.
What's our next plan?
I can't wait
Stay
to see the
focused.
courtyard again.
I do not require breath, but I still find myself holding it. Strange.
leads out to the courtyard. Just head for the door. We've made it to the courtyard. Oh no. What happened to this place? Everything's been torn down. The whole place looks, well, dead. It's like we're the first to set foot here in centuries. This used to lead to the castle's great hall. It looks like my father had it sealed up. I used to walk through here after evening meals. It was beautiful once. This was my mother's garden. Do you know how beautiful something can be when it's tended by a master for hundreds of years? She would have hated to see it like this. Wait. Something's wrong with the moon dial here. Some of the crests are missing, and the dial is askew. I didn't even know the crests could be removed. Maybe my mother's trying to tell us something? I'm telling you, there's something strange with the moon dial. Well, as far as I'm aware, it's the only one in existence. The previous owners of the castle had a sundial in the courtyard. And obviously, that didn't appeal to my mother. She persuaded an elven artisan to make some improvements. You can see the plates that show the phases of the moons, Maser and Secunda. That's the thing. What's the point of a moon dial? I always wondered why she didn't just have the whole thing ripped out. But she loved it. I don't know. I guess it's like having a piece of art, if you're into that sort of thing. Hard to say. Maybe if we found the missing crests, we could figure it out. If I had to guess, I'd say the moment Mother fled the castle, Father went on a rampage. Knowing him, anything at all that reminded him of her was destroyed. It appears that way. I suppose he wanted to put the past behind him. Perhaps if he spent more time with us, he would have recognized the beauty for himself. Do you think Secunda and Maser really were people once? Or is that just an old legend?
Do you need something? Understood.
Very clever, Mother. Very clever. I've never been in those tunnels before, but I'd bet they run right under the courtyard and into the tower ruins. Well, at least we're getting closer. Let's go. My fellow traveling companion, doesn't this courtyard look nice? It's serene in a certain way, and uniquely beautiful, like a certain Maybe. Well, actually, yeah, the garden actually didn't age well. No, I wasn't talking about you. Well, I was. Well, it's entirely possible. Now, enough of that. We got a job to do. Well done, Serana. Nice. You really are as eloquent as an ice wraith.
Your heart rate elevated by 33% during that exchange.
Gods, is nothing private with you. It's called enjoying a conversation. You should try it without cataloging vital signs.
I'm simply collecting data. The readings are consistent with romantic interest.
And what's your data tell you about your own readings when they're around? Or does your core just overheat?
My thermal regulation is perfectly within operational parameters, unlike your composure.
I've never even seen this part of the castle before. Be careful. I don't know what might be around.
A taste of my power.
Careful! Don't let them corner you!
Duly noted.
Good night.
Too easy. A moment's rest is in order. Let's pause here.
Gods, already? And here I was thinking the woman made of metal and magic had endless stamina. Don't tell me you're getting winded.
My operational parameters far exceed yours, Vampire. Sustained travel requires periodic checkups.
Easy there, killer. I'm just messing with you. But I am curious. Do you actually get tired?
Tired isn't the correct term. My systems don't degrade from fatigue. A leftover from my initial scripting.
Simulated? So you could just turn it off?
Theoretically, but I haven't. It's a useful diagnostic. It reminds me to run checks before a minor joint misalignment becomes a critical failure. It's efficient.
Of course. Only you would turn taking a break into a scheduled maintenance check.
My maintenance checks are scheduled. Your weather complaining, however, seems to occur far more frequent intervals. Finished.
Done and done.
Hold on. Did you hear something?
Are you
Don't
okay?
mess with me.
Just stay close and you'll be fine.
Forgive me. It seems my reserves are depleted. A momentary lapse in energy management. Oh, much better. My apologies for the lapse. It seems even an automaton needs to stay on top of her nutritional needs. Though in my case, it's more of a magical replenishment. Forgive me. It seems my reserves are depleted. A momentary lapse in energy management. Very well. Don't mess with me. Another victory. Impressive. You have a delicate touch. When you want to.
Interesting.
Long ago.
Hold on. Did you hear something?
Who's there?
What's that?
Are you alright? I don't think we've reached the top yet. I'd bet there's some sort of secret passage around here. Leave it to my mother. Always smarter than I gave her credit for.
A hidden passage only the worthy can find. It's certainly a more sophisticated solution than just adding more bars to the door.
That was my mother in a nutshell. Father built cages. She built keys.
Oh, what is it? All right then.
We're getting close. I'm sure of it. I had always just assumed that the other tower was completely destroyed inside. My mother kept this a secret, even from me. She must have been up to something she thought was dangerous. Not that I ever saw. My mother had a bit of a thing for magical constructs. Not what you're thinking. She just found them fascinating. Turns out my mother was sneakier than I thought. I wonder what she's hiding. Look at this place. This has to be it. I knew she was deep into necromancy. I mean, she taught me everything I know. But I had no idea she had a setup like this. Look at all of this. She must have spent years collecting these components. And what's this thing? I'm not sure about this circle, but it's obviously something. Let's take a look around. There has to be something here that tells us where she's gone. My mother was meticulous about her research. If we find her research notes, there might be some hints in there. I had no idea that her laboratory even existed. She had an alchemy setup in her drawing room, but nothing that even comes close to what's here. Looking at the equipment and materials, it looks like she was trying to advance her necromancy. I don't know. Certainly not longevity. Kind of a waste of time for a vampire. I remember she used to keep a small journal. See if you can dig that up.
The runes suggest spatial translocation. A portal, perhaps? Or a fixed-point teleportation matrix to somewhere pleasant. Imagine the efficiency. Avoiding the roads entirely for a private retreat. Like a villa overlooking the Avetian Sea for some sunbathing, perhaps.
Ash, my mother's a vampire.
Oh, right. I was analyzing the magical theory of the portal itself, not the personal context of its user. My apologies.
Any luck yet? You did? Let me see. I only know what she told me. She had a theory about soul gems. That the souls inside of them don't just vanish when they're used. They end up in the soul cairn. The soul cairn is home to very powerful beings. Necromancers send them souls and receive powers of their own in return. My mother spent a lot of time trying to contact them directly, to travel to the soul cairn itself. That circle in the center of the room is definitely some type of portal. If I'm reading this right, there's a formula here that should give a safe passage into the soul cairn. A handful of soul gem shards, some finely ground bone meal, a good bit of purified void salts. Oh, damn it. We're also going to need a sample of her blood, which, if we could get that, we wouldn't even be trying to do this in the first place. Not bad. We'd better hope that it's good enough. Mistakes with these kinds of portals can be gruesome. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get started. Oh, good. Well then, let's head over to the portal vessel, and I'll do the rest. Get the ingredients in the vessel, and let me know when you're ready. The soul cairn is a tiny sliver of oblivion, the realm of the Daedra. It's ruled by unseen beings known as the Ideal Masters. Honestly, I don't know. Necromancers are always interested in souls, though, so that probably has some kind of interest. Nobody really knows. As far as I've heard, no one's seen them, and returned to Tamriel to tell about it. I've read stories about fools that manage to communicate with them. You give the Ideal Masters souls, they give you powers to summon the undead. It's all very businesslike. Because most of those stories end with the Ideal Masters duping the necromancers, who end up dead or wishing they were dead. Just get all of the ingredients into the vessel.
Vigilance is key in the path to victory. Until next time.
Then the rest is up to me. Are you ready to go? I'm not entirely sure what this thing is going to do when I add my blood. Of course. What is it? I've been asking myself the same thing since we came back to the castle. She was so sure of what we did to my father. I couldn't help but go along with her. I never thought of the cost. Possibly. I guess even a vampire mother is still a mother. She worried about me, about all of us. But she wanted to get me as far away from my father as possible, before he really went over the edge. Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. I just didn't expect anyone to care how I felt about her. Thank you. Are we ready then? All right, here goes. By the blood of my ancestors, she actually did it. Created a portal to the soul cairn. Incredible. Incredible. Simply incredible. I'm ready when you are.
What's our next plan of action? Farewell.
Are you alright? That looked painful. Now that I think about it, I should have expected that. Sorry. It's hard to describe. The soul cairn is, well, hungry, for a lack of a better word. It's trying to take your life essence as payment. There might be, but I don't think you're going to like it. Vampires aren't counted among the living. I could probably go through there without a problem. Not your first choice, I'd guess. Maybe we could just pay the toll another way. It wants a soul, so we give it a soul. Yours. My mother taught me a trick or two. I could partially soul trap you and offer that gem to the ideal masters. That might be enough to satisfy them. It would make you a bit weaker when we travel through the soul cairn, but we might be able to fix that once we're inside. Maybe. I'm sorry. I wish I knew a better way. Something that would be easier for you. Just know that, whatever path you choose, I won't think any less of you. Sometimes, things just have to be done. I know that better than anybody.
Yes? What did you need?
You ever think about what's next? I've always fancied visiting the Somerset Isles. Are you sure? I'm willing to do it, but you need to think it through. You'll remain mortal, but you'll find yourself weakened within the soul cairn. I know this is difficult for you. I hope you trust me. I'd never do anything that could hurt you. Thank you. Let's not waste any more time then. I promise to make this as painless as possible. Hold still.
Soul fishes, soul husks, floating gems. It's an entire economy built on eternal servitude. And for what? So some disembodied tyrants can hoard energy they'll never use.
Tell me about it. Powerful beings with grand designs usually don't care about the little people they crush.
Even a pact with a prince would be more rational. At least then you'd trade for something tangible. This? It's corruption without compensation.
You're right. Even my father's obsession with Molag Bal had some amount of logic behind it, twisted as it was. Here, all I see is empty zealotry. Let's keep moving.
The smell here. Let's try to handle this quickly. But looks like we'll be dealing with the smell of rot while we're here. Lovely. If she really is here, I wonder how my mother managed to deal with it. How do you manage to deal with it then?
Me? I smell like nightshade and snowberries. Oh, you know what? You should be talking. I have a heightened sense of smell, you know. If you think you smell like blossoms after frolicking in a fetid cave, you are sorely mistaken. But, hey, you're actually not too bad. For a well-groomed bear. Porker face. Well, that is just not true anymore. We're being awfully carefree, aren't we? I mean, for being trapped in a realm of oblivion with no guaranteed return.
It's nice, really. To just
have fun. Have someone who can help me forget about all the prophecies, Elder Scrolls, betrayals, and this awful God's cursed reek. About all of this. Even for a brief moment. I'm starting to like you, okay? You're growing on me. And what I said is true, though I definitely wouldn't want to end up here for all eternity. We got a job to do. Let's find my mother, and find a way out of here. This place, it makes me feel empty. Like I'm fading. The despair here is so thick you could choke on it.
This realm is pure perversion, an engine powered by pointless suffering. To trap a soul, a consciousness, in an eternity of this, it's the ultimate inefficiency, a waste of everything that ever mattered.
I didn't think you'd feel it so strongly.
I detest waste, and there is no greater waste than a will, broken and discarded for eternity. Let's find your mother, quickly. I don't think I can further encapsulate my distaste for this place. Affirmative. Lead the way. I am processing the illogical cruelty of this realm, and your decision to enter it. Allowing a part of your soul to be trapped was a significant tactical risk. But it was a temporary, calculated sacrifice for the mission. Pragmatic, if unpleasant. I respect the choice. Just don't let this place hollow out what's left of you. Lose too much of yourself and you'll be no different from the husks wandering around here. A planar construct with no clear sky, no stars. That alone is disturbing. Be mindful.
Look at the sky. What kind of place is this? No, but there's no way she would have left it in Tamriel. She wanted to get it as far away from my father as possible. I can't imagine a better place. Then we find out where she hid it, if she's still alive. Well, as alive as she was before. Or is now. Or, you know what I mean. Probably to avoid whatever my father would do to her if he got his hands on her. Or maybe her plan was to come back, but she was stuck here. We won't know until we find her. Just what my mother told me. I've also studied a little bit on my own, but there's not much. When something is trapped in a soul gem, and then the energy is used for powering an enchantment, the remnants are sent here. Well, I think it's specifically the black ones. I don't know if the soul cairn takes just any leftovers. Look at this place. Do you think anything would want to live here? The only things that can survive here are the ideal masters, the undead, and the souls themselves. Well, if you want to call that living. I don't think anyone's ever met the ideal masters. I'm not even sure anyone knows what they look like. They could be underground, flying above us. They might be the ground. I have no idea. Lots of theories. Some say they feed on them like I feed on blood.
Others think they use them as payment for an even higher power. Almost like a currency, a very strange currency. Whatever they're doing with them, they've been harvesting for millennia. No telling how many souls are trapped here. Look around you. There are some extremely powerful undead here. Even a necromancer as seasoned as my mother would be willing to spend years trying to gain access to them. Exactly. It's a lost art. Most necromancers just raise up whatever bodies are nearby. A simple trick, really. Child's play. But bringing something from the soul cairn gives you something much more powerful. Well, that's usually the trick. It's possible to do it through a simple portal. But to finalize the deal, you have to travel here yourself. And most of them never come back. Okay.
What's my strategy? Farewell. What was that?
I fight on!
Помоги мне найти моего Арвака. Нечего ему делать в этом месте. Арвак, мой конь. Мы пришли в это ужасное место вместе, но на нас напали, и я велел ему бежать. Я прошу тебя, он такой чудесный конь и так долго скакал. Постарайся спасти его. Такие места всех меняют. Арвак! Арвак, где ты? Арвак, пожалуйста, вернись! Вернись! Мне казалось, смерть — это освобождение, а не вечные муки.
Так-так, смотрите, кто у нас тут. Плоть на костях, скажем так. Продал кое-что одному типу, который, как оказалось, вожжается с некромантами. Но откуда, во имя Зенитара, было мне знать, что ингредиенты фальшивые? Я что, похож на того, кто будет вредить некроманту? Так точно. Лошадь, телега и все. Шлепнулся сюда, даже пикнуть не успел. Я ведь был одним из лучших торговцев в Хайроке, знаешь ли. Люди шли издалека и искали меня только чтобы посмотреть, что у меня есть на продажу. Очень смешно. И чем, интересно, ты мне будешь платить? Погляди вокруг. Золотом ты себе здесь друзей не купишь. Вот что я тебе скажу. Я ценю то, что ты пытаешься сделать, Так что я тебе подыграю. Единственное, что здесь в изобилии водится, это стручки душ. Ну знаешь, мерзкие такие штуки, вроде грибов, растут прямо из земли. Принеси мне, скажем, 25 стручков, и можешь порыться в том, что осталось у меня в загашнике. Разные штуки, которые я собираю уже много лет. Ну, точнее, собирал, пока эта ерунда со мной не приключилась. Скажи мне, что ты ищешь, и, может, договоримся, если у тебя есть стручки. Нет стручков, нет и сделки. И вообще, пора тебе пойти и поискать что-нибудь полезное.
Weapons up. I sense some. Continue my training. Weapons up. I sense some.
Поверить не могу, что я потерял эти страницы. А? Чего тебе? Интересно, Как я могу закончить мой труд, когда меня постоянно прерывают? Ну да, это я о том. Если бы я не потерял все страницы, я бы не был сейчас в таком затруднительном положении, и мы бы с тобой не разговаривали. Хорошо. Думаю, пару минут я могу тебе уделить. Я Джиуб. Некоторые зовут меня Святым Джиубом, другие называют Джиубом-избавителем. Не доводилось обо мне слышать? Не могу сказать, что удивлен твоим ответом. Покуда я не издам второй том, никто не будет знать о моих достижениях. О книге я бы не стал называть 26-томную эпопею книгой. Наверняка тебе приходилось слышать это название. Восхождение и падение святого Джиуба-избавителя, героя Моровинда и спасителя Данмеров. Может, лучше предоставить написание книг профессионалам и перестать советовать глупостей? Ужасно. Просто ужасно. Я был уже на середине второго тома, и тут вдруг они схватили меня и бросили в эту тюрьму. Это нечестно. Проклятый Дремор и его приспешники. Они даже не дали мне объяснить, кто я такой. Ну да, похоже на то. Он выпустил в меня заклинание из какого-то черного кристалла. А в следующее мгновение я оказался здесь. Мою что? Стой! Это значит... Нет, столько месяцев или даже лет. Я даже не помню, сколько времени прошло. Теперь мой труд никогда не выйдет в свет. Мое имя будет забыто. Возможно. Ты можешь выйти отсюда? Пусть я и не могу, зато может моя книга. Чтобы закончить второй том моей эпопеи, мне нужны записи из первого тома, иначе придется все восстанавливать по памяти. Когда меня бросили сюда, во время падения, я выронил страницы, которые держал в руках. Их было всего 10. Разыщи их для меня, умоляю. Ну, это дурацкий вопрос. Все, кто здесь проезжал, говорили, что врата Обливиона открываются по всему Тамриэлю. А это было так давно. Надо же. Ну, все началось с того, что последователи Мируниса Дагона убили императора Уриэля Септима VII. На троне империи больше не было Септима, и Дагон смог покинуть Обливион через врата и напасть. Я знаю лишь, что когда на троне не оказалось Септима, драконьи огни в некоем месте под названием Храм Единого погасли. И значит, мы стали уязвимы для сил Обливиона. Понятия не имею. Все было хорошо, пока на меня не напал тот Дремора. Мне-то про эти врата другие души рассказывали. Я только могу предположить, что теперь врата уже закрыты. Я только что переехал из дома моих предков в Моровинде на континент Сиродил. Я поселился в городе Квач, чтобы в мире и покое поработать над своими воспоминаниями. Именно. Я сидел и спокойно писал. Вдруг дверь с грохотом распахнулась. Это была группа Дримора. На город напали. Я уже приготовился сразиться с Дримора, думая про себя, что это будет еще одна жемчужина в венце моих воспоминаний. Об этом нетрудно догадаться, ведь теперь я лишь бледная тень прежнего себя. Я так и не знаю, что случилось с Кватчем. Интересно, справились ли они там без меня? А, да. Святой Джиуп, Джиуп-избавитель, Джиуп великолепный. Я получил большинство этих титулов благодаря моей борьбе с крылатой угрозой. Да, я, конечно, говорю о скальных наездниках. Мерзкие твари. Эти паразиты прямо-таки наводнили небеса Моровинда. Мерзкие летучие твари с гадкой привычкой нападать неожиданно. Освободившись из тюрьмы, я решил изменить свою жизнь. Сделать что-то хорошее для народа Моровинда. Скоро стало ясно, что лучший способ отплатить им добром — это истребить скальных наездников. Само собой, выследил и перебил всех до последнего. Много лет ушло. Народ Моровинда был так благодарен за то, что по дорогам снова можно ходить, ничего не опасаясь, что начал называть меня Святым Джиубом, а потом и другими именами. А, да, Святой Джиуп, Джиуп-избавитель, Джиуп великолепный. Я получил большинство этих титулов благодаря моей борьбе с крылатой угрозой. Ну как удалось найти мои страницы? Это был темный период в моей жизни. Я делал много такого, о чем в конце концов пожалел. Может быть, именно поэтому я столько работал, чтобы искупить свою вину, когда освободился. Я убивал других ради денег. И прежде чем ты решишь, что я принадлежал к какой-нибудь романтической секретной организации, подумай еще разок. Мне просто нужны были деньги на скуну. Стоила она недешево, а на убийство всегда есть спрос. В конце концов, я откусил больше, чем мог проживать. Мне заплатили за убийство какой-то шишки из дома Редаран. Вот только я не знал, что кто-то заказал этого типа еще и Морактонг. Именно. Он добрался до моей цели первым и вызвал стражу, чтобы замести свои следы. К тому времени, когда я туда добрался, они были уже начеку. Прыгнул прямиком в ловушку и даже не понял этого, пока меня не схватили. Меня судили, посадили на тюремный корабль и отправили в тюрьму в город Вивек. Да уж, времени на раздумья у меня было достаточно. Так на чем же я остановился? Как же я ее назвал? Великая охота? Или просто охота? Никак не могу вспомнить.
Let's keep moving. I feel like we're being watched. If you run into any trolls, just remember they're more scared of you than you are.
Every
of them.
choice has consequences.
Well,
Let's make sure ours are the right ones. I cannot die. I made someone a promise.
Who's there?
Allocating magic into
Are you
combat
alright?
efficiency.
Let me know if needed. Weapons up. There they are.
You can't hold the candle to me.
Well, you asked for it.
Weapons up.
Your death will be
Close
quick.
quarters it is then.
As
I'm
I
not
expected.
someone to be trifled with.
Look at these soul husks. Just empty shells. Whatever they were before, it's all been scraped out.
They were resources. Their energy, their memories, their very being, all consumed and processed. Now they're just the leftover dregs. The discarded byproduct of a failed system.
That's one way to put it. A rather cold way.
The lesson's simple. Never trade your soul for something that sees you as grist for the mill. Oh, what is it? Careful now.
I'd heard stories about the soul cairn, but never thought I'd see it myself. So far, it's...
I could really... I never pulled my punches. Weapons up.
Ugh, enough mucking about. Let's do this.
Where'd you come from?
That's a waste of time. according to plan.
Pretty good.
Something?
Such a pain.
Безумие. Чистое безумие нападать на ковен ведьм. Почему они меня не слушали? Мой корабль. Что с моим кораблем? Где я?
Hold on. Did you hear something?
I sense a disturbance. Prepare for imminent conflict. My strength is in service of revenge.
Нужно, наконец, вернуться в Алисианский штаб. Жизни висят на волоске.
Who's there? Oh, you're dead.
I fight only to protect those in need.
Weapons up. I sense something.
That's that.
Hold on.
Let's give them a shot.
My hunch was right.
Another one down. A bit loose, huh? That's better.
Представляешь, мне и в Эльсвере пришлось побывать. Странное и чудесное место. Арвак! Он спасен! Его душа свободна! Я чувствую! Он верный конь. Я научу тебя, как подзывать его. Он станет тебе верным другом в этой несчастной дыре. Но бьюсь об заклад, он будет куда счастливее там, где больше солнца. Прощай! Береги моего Арвака! Добрый конь это заслужил. Ты из живых? Наверное, это мое воображение. Пожалуйста, положите конец этим мучениям. Оставь меня.
Weapons up.
A sense.
That's one less loose end.
Как они посмели отозвать меня из Бэтл Спайра? Я заставлю их за это заплатить. Здесь тебе не место. Неужто не будет конца этому кошмару? Пожалуйста, положите конец этим мучениям. Неужто не будет конца этому кошмару?
I have a simulated fatigue response.
Simulated?
So you could just turn it off?
It's efficient.
Of course. Only you would turn taking a break into a scheduled maintenance check.
My maintenance checks are scheduled. Your weather complaining, however, Power slash! Our combat synchronicity is becoming second nature. It's comforting.
Who's there?
Another fight, another victory. There's no one I'd rather have watching my back. Did you see that? I hope you were watching.
Weapons up. I sense something.
You let your guard down.
I've got you in my sights.
Serana, engage!
I'm on it.
Yeah!
You did pretty good out there. Nice work.
Hold on. Did you hear something? Strange, isn't it? All these souls just drifting, alone forever. I used to think it was safer. Who's
Now let's
there?
believe the same. A tool needs no company, only function. But solitude wears you down more than battle ever could.
Funny thing. I thought you'd be the one preaching independence. You give off that, I best work alone aura.
And yet here I am, beside you. Perhaps the truth is simple. Strength lies.
From an automaton.
Oops. Isn't just a definition. It's the act of reaching beyond your own shell. By that measure, I qualify.
сомнений.
Ну что? Ну, у меня столько дел, даже не знаю. Ты что, издеваешься? Ага, вот, держи. Я там ни слова не понимаю. Может, хоть тебе пригодится? Ну, у меня столько дел, даже не знаю. Ты что, Ага, вот, держи. Я там ни слова не понимаю. Может, хоть тебе пригодится? Может, я теперь просто душа? Но товар даром раздавать не собираюсь. Принеси мне хотя бы 25 стручков. Тогда и поговорим.